What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you what's on my mind. And I have a little scratch in my throat this evening. So, if I have to keep on clearing my throat, I'm going to tell you right now. Just bear with me, guys. Something's in the air. I don't know. The government, secret experiments. I don't know. This is how the zombie apocalypse gets started. I'm telling you, you heard it here. Not to cause a hysteria or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Mulder, Scully. Okay, anyway. I have this article here. Before I get started, as always, I want to thank all of the subscribers, everybody who likes, everyone who shares, everybody who comments. I value all of it. I thank you very much from the bottom of my rotted out, kicked on, stomped out heart. Anyway, you know not I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. Oh. That made no sense. It was uncalled for. Anyway, let me read this article, guys, because I got an article right here. It's the latest rumors that's going around concerning Star Wars Episode 9. And, I feel like it's worth a look-see. All right, so check it out, because some of these things, they're actually pretty interesting. And you can find this on movieweb.com. Movieweb. Okay, here we go. Hold tight. New Star Wars 9 rumors include George Lucas, Lando, lightsabers, and Rey. Wow. And this is by B. Allen Orange. I just read something from B. Allen Orange. What was it? Yesterday. Alright, B. Allen Orange. Go ahead, man. That's how you make orange juice out of oranges, I guess. Anyway, here we go. Want to know how Maz Kanata actually got Luke's old blue lightsaber? Curious to find out how J.J. Abrams is working to make Star Wars 9 the best sequel since Disney brought Lucasfilm? Interested in learning more about Rey, Finn, and Poe as their story comes to its ultimate close? That would be nice. We'd like to learn something about them at some point, I would assume, before the series is over. It would be nice, right? Well, you've come to the right place, because we've got plenty of new information as production kicks off on the next installment of the Star Wars franchise. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, I was just watching the Clone Wars in the other room. Okay, alright, let me get that out of my system. Alright. There hasn't been an official announcement from Disney or Lucasfilm, but it's being reported that Star Wars 9 began shooting this week and already has a couple of days production under its belt. Whoa. As the final sequel in the Force Awakens trilogy gets underway, some intel is slipping through the cracks. These are just rumors for now, but they come from legit sources, and they're not going to name them, but trust them, it's legit. As we've seen with the past two movies, these rumors usually come true. I told you my voice is messed up, but it's not going to stop me. The first bit of news deals with the return to a very familiar location. Now see, this is where I start mispronouncing things, so you guys bear with me, okay? I only know these things in the written word. I don't always say them out loud. So here we go. It was widely reported in early July that director J.J. Abrams would be taking his crew back to the Cardington airship sheds in Bedfordshire, England. All my people out there in England, did I get that right? Bedfordshire? Bedfordshire, England. This location was first seen during the climactic ending of A New Hope and served as home base to the rebels. The Cardington airship sheds were used to construct the Massassi outpost, aka Base 1 on the planet Yavin 4, and it was also seen in the more recent Rogue One. Now we may know what is being shot here for Star Wars 9. This final Force Awakens chapter will bring Rey, Finn, and Poe together for some adventure time, which we haven't really seen in the last two movies. Try never seen. You know, that's the thing. You know, the Force Awakens, I will say this, all right? I'm with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on this, because I heard him say that he always liked the Force Awakens, okay? And you know what? I can ride with you on that, Jeremy, because I have also stated that I liked the Force Awakens because I see how it went off the tracks. But you guys got to understand, at the core of it, there was a spark of chemistry between Finn and Rey. You know what I mean? And idiot Rian Johnson made sure that he separated everyone. So really, you know what I was thinking to myself the other day? If you took episode 8 away totally, you realize we would have missed nothing. You know what I mean? It's like you could actually start episode 9 with Rey standing on the mountain holding the lightsaber out to Luke, and you wouldn't have missed anything. Nothing meaningful transpired in episode 8 that the trilogy needs. You know what I mean? It's a total throwaway movie. You know, it really, really is when you really think about it. There was no development, nothing really happened, and at the end, nobody was any further along in their journey. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me go on with this, guys, because you know, I want to get through this. Yes, so Rey, Finn, and Poe will be brought together for some adventure time, which we haven't really seen in the last two movies. The trio will be on Yavin 4 when it's attacked. By whom? We can only assume the First Order. Mike Zero has been collecting information on the movie since it began production, and says this about a big chase scene that could see the base on Yavin destroyed for good. Okay, this is according to Mike Zero. We have been learning more about Star Wars 9 when it comes to a shoot over at Cardington Studios in the UK, to be specific, in one of the sheds for a shoot that is to begin next week. This scene will feature a large green screen that will be used for a chase scene involving Finn, Poe, and Rey. Pyrotechnics will be used along with practical effects. Many extras will be dressed as pilots and civilians. The shoot is expected to begin next week. This is said to be going on for 5 days for this specific scene. Make sure you click the subscribe button for future Star Wars content. I love Mike Zero. But it seems like he's always uploading from like Mars or something like that, man. He's got this aura, you know what I mean? This atmosphere that's just like, it's otherworldly. Mike Zero, rock on, bro. Alright, anyway, here we go. It's suspected that this scene... I'm sorry, yo. It's suspected that this scene is the big attack on Yavin 4 after the Resistance returns there to plan their next attack on the First Order. But Kylo Ren and General Hux have been tipped off and carry out a full-blown assault before the Rebels can get in the air. Boy, that's going to be exciting. While Star Wars 9 won't be blowing up the Millennium Falcon, it's assumed that this sequel will destroy one of the more iconic locations from the franchise, leaving it a burnt-out husk in the galaxy's long and winding sidewalk. So long, Massassi Outpost. It was nice knowing you. Apparently, Star Wars 9 will have a lot of prequel and original trilogy connections and continuity. J.J. Abrams knows a lot of fans didn't like The Last Jedi. What's that? I'm sorry, what? Repeat that? J.J. Abrams knows a lot of fans didn't like The Last Jedi. I'm sorry. One more time, please, and this time rub it all over my body. J.J. Abrams knows a lot of fans didn't like The Last Jedi, and it's his mission to make this sequel the best one yet. And he's really got to knock it out of the park. Could you imagine if he actually pulls it off? That's going to be some shit, man. I will bow down if he's able to do it. Look, a lot of people think that no matter what Disney does, the fans, the hardcore, like outspoken fans, will never come back. But let's keep it 100. It's like if they're actually able to pull it off, it makes something that's awesome, and I don't see how that's even possible, you know. But let's just say if this is a big if. I know a lot of us are checked out, myself included, but I'm just saying, if somehow they were able to win us over, that would be the story of the freaking millennium, you know. I mean, really. All right. So anyway. J.J. Abrams knows a lot of fans didn't like The Last Jedi, and it's his mission to make this sequel the best one yet, and he's really got to knock it out of the park. The rumor is that Disney and Lucasfilm brought in George Lucas. I'm sorry. Brought in George Lucas to consult on the script, while they pretty much turned their back on him when The Force Awakens was first coming together. He's become like this trilogy's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Imagine Kathleen Kennedy calling out to him as their only hope. That's a great image. Help me, George Lucas. You're my only hope. Kathleen, get off your knees, Kathleen. This is how a lot of us get in trouble, Kathleen. Rise. I mean, could you imagine after jerking this man? You know what? That's just a wrong terminology. Anyway, imagine Kathleen calling out to him. George Lucas stayed pretty muted as Disney began to reboot the franchise, but he did show up on the set of Rogue One, where he made a few suggestions. He then visited Ron Howard on Solo, where he even reworked the scene. You know, George is starting to get that itch. George, come on back, bro. Come on, please. Come on, baby. Come on, George. Now it's rumored that he's working alongside J.J. Abrams to make sure they get this one perfect. It isn't known if he's on the scene in the Cardington Sheds, or if he casually just dropped in on the script writing sessions. Expect that official info to come out at a later date. It has already been widely reported that Star Wars 9 will begin with a huge time jump from The Last Jedi. This is in place mostly to rework the General Leia scenes that had already been planned out. Now, Finn will have a whole new outfit. Ooh, couture, right? And his hair will be substantially longer. Groovy, man. And we've heard that before. Poe will be getting a new flight suit. All right. But the real news, I mean, this sounds like Barbie, like Malibu Barbie, like LA Barbie, you know what I mean? It's like all these different little outfits and stuff like that. The toys are about to make a comeback, you know what I mean? Wow, this is big. But the real news here is that Rey is getting a completely new look that is unlike anything seen in Star Wars before. The look has yet to be described, but it should surprise fans of the series. Oh my God, can you say boob job? I'm just saying, man. That might get a lot of us back into the theaters. Can you guys tell that it's been a long day? You know what I mean? Please, like, forgive me, please. I'm begging you. You know what I mean? It's been a long day for me. You know what I mean? I'm exhausted, and when I get exhausted, I get silly. So let me go on with this. All right. So Rey's going to have a completely new look that is unlike anything seen in Star Wars before. The look has yet to be described, but it should surprise fans of this series. Oh, maybe she's going to be black. I don't know. As explained, Luke has a different look in all three original trilogy movies. Though this is different. Rey is getting a maxi makeover. Man, they're bringing in a new actress. You know what I mean? She's getting a maxi makeover. Ladies, what is a maxi makeover? What does this mean? Please, in the comment section, break this down. What do you think this means? A maxi makeover for Rey. And we can't wait to see it. Now, the most interesting new rumor to come out since shooting started is that Maz Kanata will have a pretty big role to play in the movie. She was barely in The Last Jedi, relegated to a glorified cameo. Thank you, Rian Johnson, once again, you blockhead. Here, she will get a giant new spaceship that is described as a pirate ship. The toys, I'm telling you, the toys, once again, making a comeback. It was huge metallic wings, or it has huge metallic wings that are like the sails on a pirate ship. And it's manned by a diverse crew of humans. Of course, a diverse crew of humans. Yo-ho! Droids and aliens, which sounds like the perfect buffet for Pando Lando and his animal urges. Oh, shit. I walked right into that. Dude, listen. A lot of the reason why I think I'm so silly on this is because I haven't read it prior to this. I'm just reading it now for the first time. So that just punched me in the gut right now. That was so unnecessary. Did you get that? Where is it? Which sounds like the perfect buffet for Pando Lando and his animal urges. Billy D, I'm begging you for the last time, please don't do this. Dude, you're 80-something years old. You already beat the odds. the life expectancy for a black man in America is something like 19, all right? And here you are, 80-something years old. You won. Sit down. Billy D, don't do this, man. All right, I'm not going off again. Rey will be joining Maz on this giant ship, and it's believed that there will be a scene between Maz and Rey that finally explains where Luke's old blue lightsaber came from. The idea now is that Lando is responsible. The idea now is that Lando is responsible for Luke's missing lightsaber? Oh, I see. So Lando stole it. That's what's going on. See, this is some more of that slick shit. I told you, Billy, don't, okay? Look at, After the events of The Last Jedi, he went back to Cloud City and discovered the lightsaber in a lost and found box gathered by a couple of Ugnaughts. He took it to Maz, knowing she'd know what to do with it. While we haven't seen Maz and Lando interact before, there is apparently some Lego release that has Lando hanging out in Maz's castle, which is said to help set up their relationship. Apparently, Han and Lando have both known Maz for years. It's on this spaceship that Maz is said to help Rey repair her lightsaber. J.J. Abrams will make sense out of all of it for sure. That's a lot to take in at the moment. There will be plenty more rumors coming out of the Star Wars 9 base camp as shooting continues. Wow, okay, well, that's the end of the article. And there you have it, guys. All of these wild rumors and speculations and who knows what's what. But apparently they're hard at work at trying to clean up Rian Johnson's manure. You know, and, you know, like I said before, and I've said it many times, unfortunately, the battleground in this ongoing war, it next brings us to episode 9. So even though it seems, you know, with all of these stories that they're working hard and they're really trying and everything like that, guys, this is what it's all come down to. You know what I mean? Unless like Kathleen steps down, I mean, there are so many variables at this point now. So many news stories is coming out that has all of this stuff up in the air and all that. But, you know, with the Clone Wars coming out and the speculation that Kathleen is going to be leaving, you know, in September. And if I hear that for sure that it's confirmed that Rian Johnson is leaving, that's going to be a major thing for me. You know what I mean? Because Rian Johnson, he's just like that thorn, bro, and he's like in the Wrath of Khan. I'm sorry to go over to Star Trek right now, but he says, he tasked me, and I shall have him. It's like, that's the way I feel about Rian Johnson, you know what I mean? I'll chase him round the moons of blah, blah, blah before I let him go. I don't know. So what do you guys think of all those rumors and speculations and plans and plots and everything? And, you know, how do you feel about all this? Leave it in the comments section. And let's discuss this, all right? I will see you on the next one, guys. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.